Sometimes the community manager for The Sims 4 will come into my Twitch chat and give me like a random build challenge. I think he's testing me, but also given how oddly specific they are, it's possible that he's trying to trick me into building a house for his Sims. So for example, the other day he came into my stream randomly and he goes, okay, 16,000 simoleons, but you have to leave 2K for them to live with. I want a 2-level home with 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and I demand a bunk bed. Do you see what I mean? It's very oddly specific, but like, I accept the challenge. And honestly, this is kind of a hard starter home challenge. He also went on to say that you can't use any debug landscaping, so like, I'm doomed. But when he says 16,000 simoleons, but you have to leave 2K for them to live with, does that mean we really only get 14,000 simoleons? And if you have to buy 2 stories, that's a lot of walls, and you have to pay for stairs, which gets expensive. That really is a lot to ask for on such a small budget, so I'm kind of excited to try it. I've got the pancakes here, but in this universe, they've got 2 children that are gonna share a bedroom. And I think, honestly, the first step, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna put down like all the necessities, okay? Because this way we can more easily figure out how much money we have left to build walls. I'm also thinking that he said 2 bathrooms, but they don't have to both be full bathrooms. So we can at least have 2 toilets, but they don't both need to have showers. So that could save us like 375 simoleons. We'll get a bunk bed. We'll get the parents' bed. Gonna need to buy all the kitchen stuff. And you know, that's technically all we actually need. It would be nice to have more, but I think we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I'm just gonna leave that stuff in the back of the lot for now and we'll build the house. And then we can like add in couches and, you know, tables if we're lucky. So my original idea for this was to try and build like some sort of little craftsman house. In hindsight, that might be a mistake because we can't really afford all of the walls that entails. But I was kind of picturing basically like, you know, a house that's kind of shaped like this that might have like a sneaky second floor. I thought that would be cute. We probably could make that work. Oh, I still want to make it work. Maybe I will. Oh, maybe I will. Okay, sorry everybody, I'm gonna do it. Honestly, we could probably sneak the stairs and like this little bump out here. We'll have to see how that goes. I don't know if I'll put one on this side, but maybe I'll put it for now and then I can always delete it if I need to. You see, I just love this kind of house. Like, I think this is so cute. I might even be able to make it a little bit bigger, although I probably should do the floor plan first and then figure that out afterward. No, make it smaller, make it smaller. When in doubt, make it smaller. The less we have to furnish, the better, okay? Oh, doors are so expensive. I want a fancy door so bad. This one's 405. Do you know what? I say we go for it with the fancy door. Let's just allow ourselves to be happy because I'm gonna like that way better than anything else we could add. All right, staircase wise, I said I wanted to try and sneak it in this little corner and I stand by that. Can't intersect with walls. Oh, geez. Well, I was picturing that, like, basically, this could become a bedroom. We'd have nothing there. Oh my god, you have to put something there? Oh. Well, in my head, that would be the bedroom for the kids. Maybe there could be a bathroom up here, too. I mean, what if we did it like this? The bedroom's even smaller for the kids now, but this could be, like, an office space upstairs. No, this style of house isn't gonna work. Like, doing the staircase there won't work. I'm sorry, but it just won't. Like, that looks so weird. I could try all I want, but it's not gonna make sense. I don't think that we can do this. I don't think it's like physically possible for this house to make sense when it's this small. Wait, now we might be onto something here. I made it bigger, like just by 1 tile upstairs, and that makes it so we can fit the staircase there. Now, my friends, this is not ideal. It's not, but if we can make this work, could be nice. Parents have an ensuite bathroom. The downstairs is like actually enormous. What if we made it smaller? Oh, hate that. Oh my god. Yikes. Well, we're gonna need to have another bathroom downstairs and also a living room and a kitchen. This is not good. Oh, and you know what? I would really like to have like a porch, like with railings. But look, this is so cute for the bedroom upstairs and like the kids can have their little bunk beds right here. It's got potential. I think I'd like to have a back porch. I don't know what kind of door we're gonna put because doors are expensive. This one's 175. In hindsight, I should probably figure out like all of the window situation quickly. Oh, now hang on. This could work. Now I will obviously change the color of those. Don't worry. We'll have that like second bathroom downstairs. I guess the bathroom downstairs is actually quite large. I wonder if we could put a bathtub in there. I mean, I won't lie to you besties. I'm not super pleased with the size of this. If it were up to me, I'd make the house smaller, but I don't really know how to do that without ruining the vibes. So then what are you gonna do? Have there be like 1 tile of nothingness right here? No. It's like either the house becomes 2 tiles smaller or it gets no smaller at all. Oh my god, there's not enough money to like paint the walls. Who let me do this? All right, this is only 5 simoleons. I'm sorry, but If I did a different style of house, this would have been way easier. Let's get a couch. Let's just get a couch. Couch there, TV stand, maybe one chair if we're lucky. Honestly, little table, 2 chairs, trash can outside, trash can inside, mirrors for each bathroom, nightstand for the parents, mirror for the parents. Oh, it hurts. Oh, it's so expensive. Oh no. Okay, maybe I'll swap it so their bed is like over here. Blarfy is cheap. I don't know what else to give them. I'm sorry, but I don't know if you can have any other furniture. I'm thinking a window on each side of the house would be nice, but maybe just upstairs and not downstairs because, well, unfortunately, I don't think we can afford them downstairs. Oh no. That might be like everything we can afford. My cat just opened my door. It was like closed. How did you do that? Come on. No, like actually, I don't know how she did that. We have doorknobs, not like handles she can push down. You're so smart, Snap. Wow. You want to help? Maybe we paint the exterior. It would be nice to have some color on the outside of the house. Luckily, roofs are free, and so is roof paint, because if it wasn't, we'd be having big problems. Isn't that weird how like in real life, roofing is probably one of the most expensive parts, but in The Sims, it's like, meh, free. Like if you had to replace your roof in real life, you're doomed. Okay, maybe not doomed, but like it would be bad. All right, I'm trying to think of ways that we can get like a really cheap staircase in the back, something we don't have to pay extra for. That makes me feel sad. Oh, I got money back from that? Oh, no way. Give me 60 simoleons back, thank you. We can do some columns. Oh no. We cannot do much more than this, besties. We cannot do much more than this. Are there any cheaper stairs? Plus 36, minus 24. Oh, guys, I haven't painted the inside of the house yet. This is really bad, like really bad. Oh, snap, careful. Okay, just get like any wallpaper down. Honestly, at this point, that's my priority, is just to make sure we can afford wallpaper at all. And we'll just replace it with a different color of the same one. Oh, we can afford to paint it, but we can't afford any landscaping if I do it like this. This kind of fence is 2 simoleons less, but it looks a lot worse. So I don't think I'll use that one. I don't think I'll be doing that. Okay, well, let's try and think about ways to make what we have better. Also, I apologize for the cat. She is being a bit needy right now, but I'm not gonna make her leave. This column is like significantly cheaper by 15 simoleons, but I don't really want to use it. Maybe we can change the door out because that's 175. Oh, the other doors are also expensive. If I didn't use just the base game, it would be better. That's 175. This one's 165. I want to have a window in it. That's 160. 155? 145? Snap. Please. Now, I don't think we can afford to replace this railing. 60 simoleons for a better one. Why? There's like other kinds of railings that for some reason are cheaper. What if we had no railing? What if you fall? I don't know. Not my problem. That's the only cheap railing, but it's so ugly. I'm so sad. Is it possible to make the house smaller? This is a mistake. I'm telling you this right now. It's a mistake. But here's my concept. We make the house 1 tile smaller. Oh, this has to be wider now though. That might have been a flop. Never mind. Sorry, false alarm. Frost said no debug landscaping. I might cry. How am I supposed to do this? I only have 68 simoleons. Okay, the windows up here, this is something that could change because we have 3 of them. They're 35 each. No, it's the fact that I'm trying to do this with just the base game. Honestly, if I didn't use just the base game, this would be so much easier. Like, look, this window, 30, and it's wide. Maybe we're using seasons now. Even like the doors are cheaper. Like these are 50 versus the 90 the base game ones cost. Even this door is only 50. That's not right. That makes no sense. This door is 250 though. So that I will say is a bit on the pricey side. But look, I'm still coming out on top. I'm still rich. And the windows look better. Whatever, I'm gonna do it. How much does this cost? 10? Let's use it. Whatever. Oh my god, I get money back from this? Are you kidding? No, I don't like that. Never mind. It wasn't that much money back. I might even be able to afford a rug. Oh, I still get more money back from these? And it even looks better. See, this is a win. Although I will say the bed looks kind of weird in there now. I can't believe how hard I just worked to try and scrounge up enough money to buy a rug. It's kind of cute, but it makes a big difference having like actual stuff in the space, you know? Okay, I want to put some tile in the kitchen. I think it'll be good to actually separate the kitchen from everything else. I don't think we should use any upper cabinets, although I would like to. Like that would just blow the rest of the budget and it's not worth it. By the way, don't worry, the wallpaper is going to change. I just put that there earlier because I was trying to make sure I had enough money to afford wallpaper. It was like a placeholder. Seasons chairs are too expensive, never mind. But anyway, just so you're all aware, it's not gonna stay like purple. I will change that, I promise. Maybe a plant? I don't love this. I don't. I really don't. Can I swap it? Can I like switcheroo this a little bit? Because at the moment, I would really like it if I had a little bit more space for my living room. Well, how could I do this differently? And then what if there was like an island, like a tiny island like that? I mean, I'd kind of free up a little bit more space. We could probably use the full-size rug again. Let me think about this. I'm not sure. Wait, maybe that's good. It's the same number of counters as before. It's not any different, but I think that might make a little bit more sense. Okay, I painted it green. I don't know. I'm not loving this stuff. Oh my, let's change that chair. Yikes. Yeah, I think that'll do. There's not currently like any windows on this side upstairs, but it probably wouldn't hurt to get another big set of windows downstairs. So plus it's cheap, it's only 30 and then you have like all that stuff on the wall. Otherwise, we wouldn't have any wall decorations down here. Simple, but effective. I don't know if I'm gonna put anything else in that room, I won't lie to you. I think that might be it. Oh, where did my bottom bunk go? Uh-oh, I got less money than I thought I did. Oh no. Oh, okay, well, that sucks. That really does suck. Cool. That leaves me with 123 simoleons. I wanted to have like a bookshelf. I really had high expectations. Maybe I'll put the books right here because then your Sims can use it like a bookshelf. Is there any really cheap toys? This is 20. Honestly, give them that because the kids can play with that. And then we use the like last 43 simoleons to furnish the outside. To buy what? Like 2 plants, maybe? Oh, see, I was kidding, but apparently I wasn't. 2 plants. Is there anything else that's the same price? Oh, these are also only 20. Okay, I'd rather use these. Honestly, I kind of like these. They're also only 20, so we could probably get away with that. And they've got some fun colors now. We won't be putting anything else, will we? Do you know what? You don't actually need an indoor trash can, especially if there's an outdoor one right here. You don't really need to have one inside. Oh. Do you know what? I hate to say it, but maybe, just maybe, I should put a fence right there. Maybe I should use the money for that. Okay, we can do terrain paint outside. Like, we don't need to do much else landscaping-wise. Let's see if we can use this 28 simoleons inside. This welcome mat is only 15 simoleons. What if we put it on our porch? I mean, it's a nice touch. And I guess the only other thing I would probably buy is like a plant for the counter. So I think I like that better. And then do you know what? We could use like these decals. They're only 5 simoleons. We could totally put them in the kids' room. I don't know specifically which one. Honestly, that's kind of fun. What if we put that in the kids' room? What if we went for like a different color scheme? We made it like more pink. Ooh, yikes. I don't know about that. Pink and yellow? Blarfy could go there. What else are you gonna do? You can put that there and that's it. This is a hard challenge. This is a really hard challenge. I will say, like I mentioned before, if I had gone for a different style of house, I think I could have done better. Like, I think the key to a challenge like this is really to make the house like as small as possible. That's probably not the key for actual gameplay though. Like gameplay wise, this is a pretty good house to start out with because it's easily expandable and it's really easy to like update and make it better. Like probably one of the first things I would do expansion wise, I would like move this over to be on like the edge of the lot. And if I had the money, I'd put an addition like right here. And then I'd probably swap it around so there was like the kitchen over here and I don't know, but if I had the money I'd probably make some adjustments to make it a little bit bigger downstairs, but unfortunately SimGuruFrost has not granted us that ability. I also might put like, you know, another plant or something. This is a bit sad but for now this is a nice less than 14k starter home. It also doesn't look cheap, which I think is kind of a good thing, and it having 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms is kind of huge. I'll put it on the gallery for you if you want to download it, but I guess another thing that I might change if I was doing this like just for myself and not like as a weird challenge for SimGuruFrost, I probably wouldn't put a second bathroom. I kind of find that in houses this small, you don't really need to have 2 bathrooms. Like 2 bed, 1 bath is fine. In real life, it's great to have extra bathrooms, but in The Sims, you don't really need it. Like I'd do 3 bed, 1 bath, to be honest with you. I'd probably turn this into a 3rd bedroom because with the money from these things, like 773 is enough to buy like another bed and a blarfy or something. Or you could put like a desk and make it an office. I don't know. But like I said, I probably wouldn't put a second bathroom in here. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this video. And actually, SimGuruFrost has challenged me before, so maybe I'll link that other one at the end of this video here for you. And with that being said, I'll catch you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. I know I keep building craftsman homes in The Sims, okay? But here's the thing. This is my favorite style of house of all time. I would like kill to have one of these in real life, and so I'm just trying to live out those dreams in The Sims 4, okay? Let me have this.